Conrad and I were both athletes growing up, and we find ourselves pulling references from sports, like not just the physicality, but the psychology that goes into it, the mental strength.
Nonstop, we do.
And I'm wondering if people are starting to get annoyed by it because they're like, well, this reminds me of gymnastics and when blah, 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 blah. But I feel like when you speak about failures and setbacks, those are really the bigger moments that create the resilience, and learning how to fail is so much more important in your bounce back rate than the successes, like the takeaways. But would you say that the moment you were cut from the 2004 team was harder, or the defining moment for you in terms of resilience, or was it the injury in 2008?
You know, that's a really good question. I would say both. I think being told you're not good enough, it ignited this fire in me that I still, when I think about it, it gets me like so revved up. Like I would go run up that mountain because that coach, that time in my life, I was like so determined to prove that person wrong. And it wasn't just about that person. It was like, wait, no, I can prove that to myself. And then when I played in the 2007 World Cup and I started and I had an amazing tournament, and that was one of also the coolest memories and highest highs, for me to go into that 2008 Beijing Olympics to make the team, and then 2 days later tear my ACL and find out not only was it my ACL, but it was also my ankle. So my whole left leg, it was done. I ruptured all my ligaments in my ankle and my knee. And when they told me that I would never play again, that was probably, I think most people thought I would never come back. Not only physically, but also mentally, because of what psychologically and physically I was going to have to do. I was going to have to repair my entire left leg. I was out for 18 months. I had to teach myself how to walk again, run again, let alone play with the U.S. national team again. And to watch my team win that summer, it was wild. Luckily, my good friend Abby Wambach had broken her leg a month after me, and so we were like recovery buddies, and we would go to rehab for 4 or 5 hours a day, and then come back and watch our team play. And it was really difficult. But that resiliency that I instilled in myself, I hated when people felt sorry for me. It was almost like, oh, people felt so bad for me, and it almost like did the opposite effect. I'm like, no, don't feel bad for me. It could be way, way worse. Like, I could have cancer, I could be sick. The fact that I get to rehab and possibly run again, it was keeping the perspective. That's what it was for me. And that's honestly, people say take it day by day, and I get why they say that, but it's really hard to take things day by day when someone tells you you're not going to play professional soccer again. Like, what do you put in your mind to try to get back to where you're at, right? But that year and a half, I'm forever thankful for. It set me up for my post-soccer career. It made me stronger than I ever thought I could ever be, not only physically, but up here. I could do anything. I still, when I get nervous, when I'm about to do something that I don't think I can do, I think about that, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I got this. If I can go through that, I can go through anything. So both those times are really, really tough in different ways. I felt after both of those that's when I was like, you know what? I can go on and accomplish whatever I want in this world because I've gone through that. And I know that that's setting me up to be better and have a better perspective on life. And that's the most important thing.
I get chills just you saying that.
Right.
Like, I want to go run that mountain now.
Right? Let's go.
And it's funny because we think back at how tragic these atrocities, adversities feel when you initially encounter them.
Yeah.
But we need them. And we need them because overcoming them, and this part may sound a little cliche, but overcoming them gives you an opportunity to build. It's not resilience, but it's evidence that you are confident. It's evidence that you can overcome, and then you look back on that, and that is that's your insurance policy for what keeps you going in the future. You know, you look back and you say, you know what, I deserve to be confident because I've experienced X, Y, and Z, and I deserve to be secure in self, or I feel validated in my security of self because I've overcome all of these hurdles.
Absolutely.
And it just adds more momentum and fuel to that.
Yep.